Hey everybody, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people on whose traditional lands these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides in the universal energies. Got any questions, pop them in the comments below. I do usually note them down, so hopefully I'll get to some readings that you've requested from me, but I love your comments. I read them all, heart them to show I've read them, so thank you, thank you, thank you. Entertainment only. What we're going to have a quick look at in this particular reading using my Trip and Wait Tarot, but it's not Donald today. It is, in this particular reading, it is Boris, the Donald wannabe. So what's happened is that there is a COVID inquiry going on in the UK at the moment. If I'm looking over this way, it's because my notes are down here, and I'm just reading from them to see if I can make sense of them. So the Boris Johnson has faced the COVID inquiry committee, or whatever it's called in the UK, babbled his way through basically in usual Boris fashion. The former chief scientific advisor said that previously that Johnson appeared to be bamboozled by science. Oh, that wouldn't be real hard, would it? And that he was obsessed with older people accepting their fate. Boy, Boris himself, when he was being interviewed, was blaming those around him for not, what did he say? Sounding a loud enough klaxon alert. Oh my goodness. And apparently he had, according to an aide, had said, let the bodies pile up. According to the former chief science advisor, he had asked whether blowing a hairdryer up his nose would kill the virus. He's up there. He's up there with blimmin' injecting bleach, isn't he? So what happened is that in the UK there were 232,000 deaths attributed to COVID. Now that doesn't mean they were caused by COVID. It means that if whomever it was hadn't caught COVID, there was a good chance that they wouldn't have died of whatever it is that they died for. So a lot were vulnerable people who may have had a suppressed immune system, diabetic, elderly, or whatever. If you can hear that, there's a ship horn going off in the harbour there. So yes, I mean, look, there's only one guarantee in life, and it's not taxes, but basically, if those people hadn't caught COVID at that time, they would not have passed away at that time. Now, that doesn't include all those that are suffering from long COVID, which can be incredibly debilitating. So I want to have a look at, apparently, according to one of his aides, he only ever glanced at the crisis meeting minutes in regards to COVID. He just didn't understand it, and he didn't ask, and he didn't basically want to know. So let's have a look. I just want to see. I'm not feeling that Boris Johnson is going to be held accountable, which is really disappointing and distressing, but we'll see what the cards say. His defence that he's using is that he was trying to keep the economy going. Well, the reason why the economy was in such a hole it was is because you took it to Brexit. So there is unexpected information that's just going to take us by surprise. It's going to come forward, truth that's going to come forward. So I just want to ask, guys, can you show me, is Boris Johnson in any way going to be held accountable? I mean, also, he was forced to resign due to the scandal of him holding multiple parties, big booze-ups at Dowling Street during lockdowns when other people, couldn't be at the bedside of loved ones, where, couldn't celebrate births, couldn't, just everybody was in absolute strict lockdown and isolation and going quite starkest. They were throwing wild parties at Dowling Street. Oh, it's just, he is just atrocious. But okay, show me. Will Boris Johnson in any way be held accountable for, want them around that way? Okay, got to do what I'm told. Is he still in government? Let me know. Come on down. Sorry about the big blurble in the front there. King of Swords, right. A prosecutor. So there may be a class action that comes out of this. Let's see where this goes. The judge, the prosecutor, wielding the sword of truth. He's got the butterfly wings there that will bring about reform. This may just be the COVID inquiry that will bring about reform. For Boris, the challenge is going to be his mercenary actions. He's going to be shown to basically have a disregard for life and his mercenary actions in regards to this Page of Sword, whistleblower. Whistleblower coming forward, bringing the truth. No, you may not like this. In the past, the juggling. So this is Boris Johnson walking the tightrope on one foot, juggling away, trying to bring one of his ships into harbour. This is him trying to spin the story is what I'm getting there. Boris Johnson is desperately trying to spin the story. He's pretty anxious about this. This is really an ego blow for him more than anything. He's being exposed publicly for the buffoon that we all know he is, but I think he's come to the realisation. So he's not sleeping particularly well in regards to this as the truth is coming forward. Immediate future, partnerships are coming together, working things out. Okay, let's see where this goes. Externally for him, big stick moment. Okay, internally for him, light being shone. A deep investigation is what I'm getting there. A deep investigation, and he's feeling internally, he's feeling isolated. Hopes and fears, loss. Loss. Now, what is this loss? I'm not feeling that it's so much a financial loss. I'm feeling it's a loss of reputation, loss of respect, loss of. However, he has his guitar strung over his back, and I don't think he's going to let it keep him down for too long. He does feel disappointment at what happened. Regret, if I can say that. He feels regret, but I don't know whether it's a regret about what happened or regret at being held to account. The truth piercing through, exposing, being seen. He's going to, his actions, his disregard, his lack of intelligence, for want of a better word, is going to be put on full public display. And I think this is what is causing him the anxiety more than anything. Temperance, he's trying to juggle it back and forth to spin it for himself, but he's going to be fully seen. He's going to be, as a collective awakening, a call to arms. He's going to be called to judgment. Called to judgment in regards to this, but I'm not seeing that it's a financial. We've got the Queen of Swords. Truth can be a prosecutor, but again, I think it's just, is there a female on the... So we've got the male, the king. The kings are externally doing, queens are internally doing, but she's internally bringing this truth forward. So I'm feeling there's at least a male and a female on the board. The panel that are leading this inquiry, bringing forth the truth. It's going to be hard to watch for Boris, a harsh truth coming forward for him. in regards to his poor choices, and his choices were based on greed and vanity and power and lust and you name it. And it's going to be volatile information that is brought forward quite quickly in regards to Boris Johnson himself. There's strengths in this information, but it is still an indecisive time of what to do with it. Reaping what has been, Boris is going to reap what he has sown. It's going to be seen and heard for what he did. A lot of information coming out, but I just really feel that he's not going to be, he's just going to continue on in his gilded cage. As disappointing as that is, he's going to be shown for who he was, literally a privileged idiot, way out of his depths, stupidity, you name it, disregard for life, but I don't see that he's going to be held personally accountable. For him, it's more going to be about loss of reputation and loss of respect. Sorry about that. Wish it was more. Be nice to see him actually sued or charged or whatever, but I just don't think it's going to happen. Okay, thank you for joining me. Love to you all. Take care.